Depression can be a difficult battle. It could be something that sits in your mind, sits in your body, sits in your soul for a long time. And I know that if you're watching this, you feel the same way. Like, how is this happening to me? Why is this happening? Is it happening to me? And there's a lot of signs and there's a lot of ways and a lot of answers that we do have, but there's a lot that we don't. If you are feeling like you're depressed, or if you feel like you might be depressed, or you feel like you're just having a really tough time in life, listen to this podcast and let's see if we could find you simple ways for you to ease the depression. Notice I didn't say get rid of it, right? Because I feel that depression is something that we're going to ride a long wave with. But there are things that you can do, that we can do, to feel better. Why am I saying this? Because right now I am in a depressive state of my bipolar, right? Usually I'm in mania where I have tons of energy. I could do stuff. I feel like I'm on top of the world. And then out of nowhere, it switches to I don't want to do anything. I can't get up. I don't want to get up. I would rather go to sleep. I would rather do nothing. I would rather eat anything I can and just do it. Sometimes I don't even want to eat. If you feel like this and you feel this way, where something just switched in your body and your mind, where you just kind of have no answers for it, check out today's episode of the Mental Mobility Podcast, episode number 146, where we're going to talk about the 5 simplest things you can do to help ease your depression. So come on out, let's check it out, and here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to the Mental Mobility Podcast, episode number 146. We're going to talk about depression and how to ease depression. Why? Because I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling the depression these past couple of days. So let's talk about it. But before we do, let's always go to our memes of the day or memes of the week. We are going to go to Fight Through Mental Health. This is an account, Fight Through Mental Health. This one is about mental illness. And I like this one because it's a lady laying down and says, I haven't done a single thing today. And then another bubble says, yet I'm incredibly exhausted and defeated. I'm not sure if you've ever felt that way. I'm not sure if you ever experienced that, but it's a very tough thing to do, especially when we expect more of ourselves, right? We expect us to do all these things that I guess we have these standards for ourselves, and that's I think a great thing, right? I think it's a great thing to hold ourselves to a level of accountability and a level of needing to do something. But at the same time, there's going to be days like that where you have no control. And if you do have or suffer or live with mental illness, well, then you have to know that this is a normal feeling. It really is. Whether it is depression, whether it is anxiety, whether it is just straight up bipolar, I can't tell you what it is, right? I'm not that therapist. I'm not ever a therapist. I'm just a person with bipolar who lives through it and takes my advice from my therapist and my psychiatrist and just kind of deliver what it is they're telling me to you, right? So remember, I am just a person living through what you're living through as well. And mental illness is something that I never really thought of. I thought of it as I'm being weak. I'm not being a man. I'm being a P, right? I want to say it. Fucking boom, ba, boom. You know what I'm saying. I'm being that word. I'm being a cat. Meow, meow, meow. No. Something's wrong with me. But a lot of times I beat myself up. Like, why can't you get up? Get up, get up. Take energy drink. Sniff some red line. Do something to get your body going because people are counting on you today to do it. And it's a lot of pressure that we put on ourselves. And a lot of time it's this, right? It's this phone or this account, which is Instagram, where we compare ourselves to other people's highlight film. And my friend CJ just wrote this, like he just talked about it on his page. And I could add it somewhere in the line. I don't think you'll check anyway, but he was talking about how, you do watch other people's highlight films and you have to limit yourself to the social media that you're watching, especially if you're in the state that we are in. Because all we're going to do is sit there scroll and compare ourselves to things that we are not going to do. Right? You're literally don't want to get up and eat and or get up and go to the bathroom, right? You rather lay in bed and piss the bed than get up and go to bed. Yet we're comparing ourselves to people that are running 300 miles. 300 meters? That's not even that much. 300 miles, right? Climbing mountains, lifting heavy, doing cool stuff, giving money to people, right? And we're sitting in bed just sulking. So I would say the best thing to do is stop watching what it is this is happening and accept the fact that you're feeling down today, right? And let's find things that we can do to really involve self-care, right? How can you do things where you're laying down and just take a bath, right? Where you can just relax that day, go for a walk, do something, like force yourself to get up and just put some headphones on and listen to some music that makes you feel good and move. Not to music that's going to make you feel bad, right? I love doing that. It's my favorite. I love listening to music that makes me feel shitty. But at the same time, it still makes me feel good. So it's like what are those double-edged swords? Whatever that means. So again, don't feel bad if you don't feel like doing anything, but at the same time, maybe come down to a conclusion. Like, is this mental illness? Do you have depression? Are you depressed? Do you have anxiety? Go see a therapist. Go talk to someone. Let's see if there's things. Take a test. I don't know. I'm sure there's online tests somewhere where you can like take it. Like, oh shit, yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me. Okay, maybe I am going through something. So let's check that out. I really like this page. Honestly, there we go. I like this one. The same account, right? It says because he's Filipino, I guess. PSTT. That's like that's a Filipino thing. Hey, I wasn't. It wasn't that trauma that made you stronger, kinder, or more empathetic. It's how you handled it. That credit is yours. That sounds like a mixture of Filipino and Indian, so I'm not going to do that again. I'll speak in regular. It says, Psst, hey, it wasn't the trauma that made you stronger, kinder, and or more empathetic. It's how you handled it, and that credit is yours. You understand that? So it's not the things that have happened to you made you a kinder person, a stronger person. It's how you handle the situation is what makes us stronger and kinder and better because we go into actions that we use to fight against what has happened to us. When you are, I don't want to say healing, but yeah, I guess so. I guess when you're healing from your trauma, you're starting to accept the fact that it happened. There's nothing we can do to change that trauma, right? That's it. And that's the part of radical acceptance. Is like, that's the hardest part. It's like, this shit happened. Like for me, a perfect example is like, I lost my fucking mind and I lost my business and I lost this thing because factors above me I couldn't control. Not only that, I couldn't control my own self. So the world gave me what needed to be given to me. That was for me to close and move and completely change my life around in a whole new way in order to find and regain a birth that I have presently. Guys, I haven't been happier in my entire life. And it's weird to say because I don't feel it right now because I feel fucking depressed and I feel like shit. But I'm absolutely happier than I've ever been in my entire life. And it took a lot of that trauma, a lot of that hurt, pain, suffering, wanting to disappear from this planet, and then finding out ways to get out of that. That's what made me stronger. Look at this podcast. Like this is what caused that. It wasn't about health and fitness. It wasn't about no, it's because I wanted to kill myself. And I wanted to, and I tried to, and I ended up in the hospital, and I'm still here. And now I'm here moving forward and giving forward to people that may need that voice that I needed. Maybe that person that I just needed to talk to. Because a lot of times we don't want to talk to people. A lot of times we don't want to do anything. A lot of times we just want to sit, just like in that last meme, lay in bed and just do nothing about it and just blame the world. But what makes you stronger is how you handle it and how you recover from it and how you do things to make your life better because you can. And that's the one message I guess I can say from this one is that a lot of people don't think they can, but you can. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be great at all, but it always gets better. So that's the one thing I want to say about that one. It's exactly the next meme, which is the last meme. This is it. One day you will tell people how you pulled yourself out of the ocean when you couldn't even swim. Don't you dare give up on yourself. And like, I need these today, like that's where these things help. And I don't know if anyone hates memes or they hate social media because of this. They do that. Yeah, it's cool. But sometimes you get little nuggets of quotes or little nuggets of other people's experiences where it's like, yeah, I'm going to tell you my story one day. And that's what I'm doing. I'm telling my story to everyone here about how I pulled myself out of the ocean and I had no idea how to swim. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was going through. I didn't believe anything anyone wanted to tell me. I would Google things and would not believe that it was me. I would literally Google until the psychiatrist there was like, no, this is you. And I was like, oh, I thought that was just me being energetic. I thought that was me just having this special superpower. No, this is you and why you feel this way. And it's not only you. What? Not only me. There's other people like me. Yeah, there's other people like you. So I want you to know that don't give up. Don't believe that it's the end or this is the only thing that's going to happen in your life. Because at some point, if you believe that you could share your story with someone, I'm sure they're going to love that story. Especially at the point where you don't want to share stories with anyone anymore and you just want to leave. Hang out a little bit longer. Right? The ocean is tough. It's a tough wave. Sometimes it has a lot of whatever that stuff called when it pulls you back. Current? I don't remember. I forget. Ocean wash, whatever. But it's gonna ease up. Just take it with you, right? They say when you go into the ocean and that the current's strong, don't fight the current. Go with it. Right? And a lot of times we're scared, like, no, my parents are over there. They're over there. I gotta keep swimming to them. No, 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 no. Let them find you fucking 10 miles down. You keep moving with the current and just ride the wave. And you'll be fine and you'll be safe. And then you'll tell everyone that story of how you fought against things and how you rode with the wave and your parents are over there and you're so scared and you thought you're gonna die and oh God. And then you just kind of let it happen, right? Just fucking and then there you are. 10 miles down the road, they found you, but they found you. And that's you finding you. So don't you dare give up on yourself. That's the key here. So we're going to get into the content today. And again, of course, shout out to bucktown.org or lovers and fighters. There's the two hoodies. Ooh, I got one up here too. So make sure. And if you are a guest on the podcast, you get a hoodie. How's that? You got a story to tell? DM me now because I will send you a hoodie for taking the time of just telling us your story. This isn't the only ones we have. You can go there, check it out. With everyone you donate, I don't want to say donate, everyone you purchase, it goes to the fighters, right? It goes to the people in Mexico, in Chile, the underprivileged fighters. They just don't have that chance, right? They just don't have that. They don't have the funds. It's not United States of America, but they have this dream, and there's some nasty fighters out there, and hopefully, and they will rise above, and they will make it to the platforms that they need to make it to show their talent, and at the same time, to also help their families in the process, right? Fighting is not a prize sport. It is just something that they do because they love, with the chances and the dream of making it to the UFC, making it to Bellator, making it to something, right? But without the training, the equipment, the facilities, and also the support, how are dreams supposed to fly? How do dreams actually come true? Support is the most important thing anyone needs for a dream to come true. And all they need is one person to believe in them. That's it. One. And if you get a shirt, a hoodie, a hat, some shorts, training gear, your support will help their dreams come true. So I want you guys to think about that. And I want to thank you if you have already. And a lot of people have been really getting out there and showing their love and support. We do really, really appreciate that. All right. So let's get to this bad boy right here. 5 ways to ease depression. I'm sure it's a cooler headline. The number one thing I think is the most important, as always, is get moving. Move your body. Doing arm circles, get out of bed, march in place, go for a walk, lift some weights, throw someone down, do jujitsu, do some karate, box, wrestle, basketball, do something that keeps you moving. When your body is in motion, it is the best thing ever. Your body physiologically, psychologically, mentally, physically, emotionally needs movement, right? Even if you're lay down for a certain period of time and just do me a favor and do opposite action. Opposite action is a DBT skill, which I do all the time when I'm depressed, all the time. And it is doing opposite of what your brain is thinking. Your brain wants to lay down. No, fuck you. I'm going to get up and do something. And it's hard, right? It's like lifting 700 pounds off your back because you got to get up and then put shoes on it. Just do it. Get up and move. I guarantee you'll feel a little bit better. I'm not saying a lot of bit better. I'm saying a little bit better. That's why I'm saying we're easing depression. We're not solving or getting rid of. Getting rid of depression is long. That's a lot of counseling. That's a lot of therapy. That's a lot of exercise. That's a lot of medication sometimes. But it can be done, right? I got out of my deep depression, but it doesn't mean it's not going to come back. So learning these skills is super important because it helps us ride the wave longer. Number two, eat power foods. Isn't it weird? It sounds like this is a fucking diet tip. Like, hey, how to lose weight in 30 days. This is exactly what it sounds like. Why? Because your brain and your body are connected, right? The reason I gain weight when I'm depressed, I gained so much weight when I was depressed because of medication and I don't know what, and my hormones were off and I was moving a lot, but I was still just gaining weight. I don't understand why, but my body was doing something, right? It was totally doing something that it normally would not. So eating power foods, eating good foods, eating great foods, good choices. If you're in a supermarket, go around the fucking ends and shop there. Power foods. It's simple as that. We get too lost in the, oh my God, but this box is this, and it says it's gluten free, and this one says antioxidant power, and this one says it saved the old Chinese man from dying. No, it's not. Old Chinese men are good, right? They fucking do Tai Chi, Qigong, and they eat ginger. They're fine. None of them are dying. They're there for 7 million years. It's us that go into the middle aisles, right? That fucking find all the processed shitty stuff, which is delicious, by the way. And of course, you need some of it. You need it. But if you want power foods, they're on the outside. That's my simplest explanation of power healthy foods. Get your stuff in the middle, go on the outside and go shopping. Spend most of your money out there and then eat it. Do some things to there's 1,000 diets out there, right? That you can follow and plan, but the foods that you choose make you feel better. I don't know why I was getting so angry. I always catch myself. I always catch myself getting angry and like amped up when I talk about diet because I have a lot of trauma behind that. Right? If you guys didn't know that, I just did every wrong thing possible in order to make weight for wrestling, in order to make weight for bodybuilding, right? I burnt myself to the ground running miles and miles and miles. I made myself throw up after eating 300,000 calories. I starved myself for days. There's so many things that I've done wrong in order to learn what was right for me. So I want you to know I'm sorry if I did come off as strong whenever I say that stuff, but it's some things that I'm still also dealing with because I'm ED, right? I'm recovering ED. And if you want to put more labels on me, that's cool. I think I'm just Pete, but there's a lot of labels that come with Pete. So eat power foods. Let's see what it says. Let's see what this says, right? Imagine your body's a superhero and needs the right kind of fuel to keep saving the day. Eating stuff like fish, if you like it, fruits and veggies is like giving your superhero the best tools to keep you feeling strong and bright. Come on. How simple is that? Super simple. Number 3, make a plan for your day. Whenever I feel that it's coming or I'm in it, I make sure I have a to-do list. My to-do list for the month is on here, right? A lot of people like to write it out, but I need reminders. I can't keep pulling a paper. There's one thing of writing to declutter, like I'll write to declutter, but my to-do list for the day, I organize my day. Why? It's less thinking. It gives me more structure, and it gives me a goal to do something. Right? Writing down your day's agenda is not something for you to be like, oh no, I need to know. Just do it. So it helps you feel better, and it eases up the brain so it doesn't have to think as much all the time. Now all you have to worry about is doing the task that's at hand. So let's see what it says. Sometimes when feeling like you're jumbled up and not sure what to do, make a simple plan can help. It's like when you organize a school binder so you know where everything is, just to make you good and ready. Right? Tell me right now, the first day of school wasn't the best. The first day of school was the greatest. That's when you felt the smartest. That's when you felt the cleanest. That's when you felt on top of the world, because you had new sneakers, brand new pants that are still kind of folded, a shirt with a wrinkle in it because you had them folded but you never ironed it, right? Nice new hair product, fresh haircut, or girls, I don't know what the fuck you do. You do some other stuff with your hair. But then you have the notebook, organized, period one, science. Flip it over for the insert number 2, biology, which is science. There, math. Ooh, now you have the folders already. Teacher comes in, first period. There you go. Put the in the folder. There's my agenda. Oh, period 2 is math. You get all your assignments. You put in that folder. So organized. 2 weeks later, full of shit. It's over. It's ripped up. You have all those little spiral things inside it. You just throw them in people's hair. No one cares. So it always feels good to be organized. It always feels good to be structured in this time. So make sure you guys take that one. This one was hard for me because I rarely do this. And it's something I also work on and work with, is count the small wins. You woke up, bink, 1. You drank water in the morning, bink, 1. You got up and moved a little bit, bink, 1. You got up, bink, 1. Right? These are small wins. I ate breakfast, dink, 1. You could have not. I said something nice to my wife, bink, bam. Like, there's a lot of small wins that we do not take into consideration because we think that it doesn't count or it doesn't matter. Right? Instead of doing things that are self-loathing or self-deprecating, we can do little things that where we just like look up at the sky and say, damn, thank you for today. Or pet your dog and walk your dog. That's a win. Little things that we do day to day are wins. Little things that we do that we don't think about sometimes are over the top for other people. So count your little things as wins, because when you recognize them and you give them that affirmation, like, thank you, I did it, it helps your energy, your vibes, right? Your vibes get stronger. Talk and play with friends. Come on, man. Let's talk and play. What's that mean? You tell me. You know. Speak to someone. Have fun with people. Do something. Banter. Get outside and play basketball. Shoot some hoops. Tennis. Pickleball. Anything. Or sometimes just talk. You don't got to go out and have a drink. A lot of times you're like, oh, let's go get a drink. Cool, that's cool. I mean, if that's your thing, it's your thing. Right? I'm not going to put you against you. I've done it 1,000 times. Having a drink with a friend and talking sometimes turns into a great time. But sometimes, when you add alcohol into the mix of your depression, it doesn't really help. It just makes us a little bit sulkier or a little bit angrier. So choose wisely where you're at with that. So let's see what this says. When you're feeling low, hanging out or chatting with your friend can make a huge difference. It's when you share your toys and study playing together. Why are we talking like we're in 5th grade? Playing together, more than fun playing alone. Remember that we are not alone, and that there's always someone there to share with us. There's always someone there to share our adventures with. Get a friend. If you don't have a friend, hire a therapist. Simple as that. Join intramural sport. I'm sure you'll find friends. Join a club. There's going to be someone there that you can talk to and relate to. We always say that, oh, no one wants to listen to me or no one wants to do that, but there's a lot of avenues that we can take to make this shit easier. Find someone you can talk to, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's someone right here that will listen, and that's me. So if you ever have an issue, something, it's hard for me to make the calls, the amount of calls that I'll do, and emails. But for the most part, just send a video of you talking to me. It doesn't mean I have to respond sometimes. Sometimes getting that voice out is just fucking relieving. Sometimes it's just better for the day to release your voice, to release your thoughts. And a lot of times everyone's going to feel a bit down. People are going to feel a little crappy. People are going to feel a little shitty, but it's important for us to try to feel better, right? It's important for us to try these 5 things. It's important for us to do and learn more about ourselves when we're doing it. It's just tough, you know. It's just tough to want to do it. It's just tough to get the energy to do it. But I'll guarantee you one thing is that if you're here with me, we're going to do this shit together. We're going to do this shit every single week until we feel 10% better. And that's all I need. I just need 10% better. Because then my day ain't so shitty. I'll see you next time. It's Pete. That's my little Becca's 146. Comment, review, like, subscribe. You know the deal. I'll see you guys later. Oh, and watch another podcast if you can. Thanks. It'll help the algorithm.